What's up, guys? Welcome to the U by Undrafted Sports. Today we got some NHL weekly news. Ryan O'Reilly was traded to Toronto. How do you guys feel about that?
I think it's a pretty blockbuster trade in my opinion. Ryan O'Reilly obviously being a franchise player for the Blues, just getting dealt to the Maple Leafs. With the past 2 games he's played in, he hasn't been doing too much, but that obviously adds depth for Toronto and their younger guys, and obviously push for the playoffs.
I think this is more of a statement trade. I think this is Toronto saying they're done being the laughingstock. They're done getting out of the playoffs early, and they're proving that they want to be a contender and win cups. So I like this trade a lot.
3-way trade. I don't know what they gave up, but I like what the Blues got. They got a first round, a third round, a second round, and 2 prospects for Ryan O'Reilly. I don't like that trade for the Maple Leafs. I feel like it barely makes them better, and I just don't like Ryan O'Reilly.
You don't think that's
I
like
do
just
not
more
like
of like
Ryan
a culture
O'Reilly.
trade more than anything? Like it almost proves that they're just trying to not be laughingstocks anymore? Because I think that's more what this trade is signifying than anything.
I like that argument where it's like a culture thing, kind of. The Maple Leafs have lost in the first round the last 7 years. And that's like kind of the big joke in the NHL about Toronto. Like, they just can't get out of the first round no matter what they do. And they have Austin Matthews, they have Mitch Marner, they have these nasty players, Tavares, Nylander, you could go on. But they have a great team, great regular season team every single year, and then lose in the first round.
Yeah.
So
now, I don't necessarily think this trade makes them get past the first round.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm more saying. Like,
okay, which I guess
because you're saying it's like a culture thing, and because it's the first round eliminations all the time. I don't think that this helps them make it out of the first round. I think whatever they end up doing, they would have done with or without Ryan O'Reilly.
okay.
I get that.
Agreed.
I definitely get that.
I mean, he had a cup, and he was a big part of that cup run in 2019 with the Blues.
I agree with that.
He,
yes.
I think he won playoff MVP, if I'm not mistaken, or Stanley Cup MVP.
So only more adds to that argument. You know, they're getting a veteran guy that's been there before and maybe can put that over that hump. But who knows? You know, maybe he's past his prime a little bit.
True. Definitely just a risk trade.
Yeah, for sure. But it's their time to win is now. And I think that's what this trade signifies.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah, they got a big market though. Their time to win is like every year.
that's true.
Every
Just like the
year.
Rangers or Devils.
Yeah. But yeah, I just don't think Ryan O'Reilly really puts them over the edge. If I'm a Maple Leafs fan, I like this trade, but it's not like anything crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like his name is like even so much bigger than he is at this point.
Yeah.
So.
I completely agree, and he's old too. I
Yeah.
mean, he's not producing like he used to.
Do you know what contract he's on? Is this a rental? Is this like a 2-year thing?
I'm not sure, and they might have gotten some salary retained.
Oh, okay.
But he was definitely on like a
Big
$9 million contract,
Okay.
$8 million maybe.
But
Maybe
big market.
He might have been on a team friendly $7 million contract, but I'm not sure.
Big market though. They can eat it. It doesn't matter. So
True. But yeah, I think Toronto. You say he gave up a lot, but they're looking for a late. Their first round pick to be late. Their third round pick that they gave up was Ottawa's, I believe. So that's gonna be a decent third round pick, and a 2024 second. So that's next year. They're looking to be good next year too. So
yeah, they're a great regular season team. Their picks shouldn't be that good. So.
And Adam Gaudette, and I can't even pronounce the other guy's name. The 2 prospects, they're not great. They're mid, you know. So.
Yeah, but Ryan O'Reilly's mid.
It's a mid trade though.
But they're looking for him to be their third line center, you know. Like they have Austin Matthews,
Tavares.
So.
And then O'Reilly, that's pretty gross.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
That for a third line center, that there's really no more you can
Exactly.
ask for.
I think the trade just makes complete sense for the Blues. Obviously they've dealt with a lot of injuries this past season, and obviously they're not really winning games. So might as well just deal one of your veteran players for younger talent and future picks. So
Yeah, totally. I think it's sort of a win-win in a way with that.
I agree.
I
with
agree. So topic we've talked a lot about this on this podcast, the Islanders.
We might be an Islanders podcast.
At this point,
actually.
we've talked about them every time. Barzal is out for the year, out for the rest of the
So
season.
rough.
I heard he might be back for playoffs, but they're not in a playoff spot right now.
That's a huge loss. That is a huge loss for the Islanders, fighting to stay in the playoff race. Oh, that sucks.
Just got
That
Horvat,
sucks for
too.
them.
Just
Yeah.
got Horvat too.
And they were looking good too. Like they, I think they're just sitting outside of a playoff spot.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh and them have the same. I think they both have 63 points, and yeah, they were looking good.
Mhm.
And then this happens. That's just unfortunate.
Definitely unfortunate. I mean, they're still, obviously, with the Bo Horvat trade, they were obviously trying to make a push for the playoffs. Young talent goes down. I mean, how much, your playoff chances obviously dwindle. So, I mean, young talent going down like that, got to start winning games without him.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
Islanders shape up.
In a different light, Brock Nelson is still money.
There you go.
He is still scoring at a great pace. He's doing good. Moving on, Ovechkin. His father passed away. He just missed his 4th game, and he missed the Stadium Series, which kind of stinks because I'm sure that they love those outdoor games.
Totally understandable, though. I don't think anyone is criticizing him for this, but
No.
just sucks. Overall, sucky situation.
Was his dad still in Russia?
I'm not sure, but I doubt it. They're probably in America.
Washington, probably.
Yeah.
Ovechkin going down, though, obviously missing games, that really hurts the Capitals. Obviously, Ovechkin's your player to go around, and him being out games is just brutal. I mean, obviously, you've seen the Capitals. They've been struggling. They're, 3rd worst for scoring now without Ovechkin. Darcy Kemper hasn't looked good. I forget the other goalie.
Has he
but-
ever looked good?
No, but the Capitals are not looking good without Ovechkin. I mean, obviously prayers up for the family, and I hope to see him back on the ice.
Absolutely. But sticking with Washington, the Stadium Series, that was a great game.
Yeah, that was a really good game.
Yeah.
And they played it in North Carolina. Not really your expected outdoor game market.
Yeah.
That's
Not
crazy.
a Boston, not a New York, or I don't even know where else. Canada.
Yeah.
Even that's crazy. I like that though. The NHL is really trying to expand, so I love that. I absolutely love that.
We always talk about hockey in the desert in Arizona and stuff like that.
North Carolina ain't too far off. It's that south. I mean, definitely a lot more fans in North Carolina, obviously, than Arizona, and their team's good, so it kind of goes hand in hand.
I mean, any Hurricanes and Capitals game is a good game.
Yeah.
Especially when you get the Stadium Series out of it. That's
Mhm.
cool. That's a good
Yeah.
game. But, yeah, that's funny. It was in North Carolina.
One
That
thing-
doesn't make any sense, but...
One thing I want to say, I think more sports should try doing stuff like the NHL does with the Stadium Series. I think that is just such an untapped potential. I know college basketball sometimes does it with the Carrier Classic, where they'll be on a aircraft carrier. I just don't understand why doesn't...
The only
I-
thing that makes no sense about that is basketball's the only sport that you shouldn't do that with.
Because of the
it
wind.
actually has a very big effect on the game.
Right.
It's crazy.
But even baseball could do something. I know that Field of Dreams have been their new thing, but I've been liking that. Football, they've been more trying to expand globally, so it's kind of hard to just make a football stadium out of nothing. So
Yeah, but they've been playing games over in Germany.
Germany, Mexico,
London.
London. So I love
Exactly.
that. Just sports growing everywhere.
Exactly.
All right, and so I got a little debate for us today.
Oh, baby.
Who is the best current American-born NHL player?
Patrick Kane.
Best current.
Right
Best
now.
of all time.
Best
That's
of
not
all-
the question.
He just
Best
had a
of all-
Hattie 2 days ago.
That's
What else
not
do
the
you want from
question.
an
That's-
American?
And how are you not going to say Austin fucking Matthews? I don't even give a shit. How are you not saying Austin Matthews? That guy just scored 50 Genos last year. How are you not saying
60.
Austin...
60.
60, sorry. How are you not saying Austin Matthews?
Because I thought he was Canadian.
That's how good he is. I don't know how you're not saying that. I mean, gotta put Fox up there. He's one of the greatest defenders in
Yeah,
the
so
NHL
I
in
got
the
a little
world.
list here. Austin Matthews, Patrick Kane, Jack Hughes, Jason Robertson, Matty Tkachuk, Adam Fox, So those are the players I have listed.
I think
Let's just talk
Robertson's
about
one
them
to
for
look
now.
out for in the future. I don't think right now Matthews
You
still
don't
has
think
that.
so?
Not
Oh
over
my gosh,
Matthews.
yo, being American in the NHL is going out of style.
Yeah,
listen,
literally.
listen to all these old ass dudes who are American-born NHL players: Patrick Kane, Joe Pavelski, Phil Kessel, John Carlson, Mike Modano, Blake Wheeler, and Max Pacioretty.
I'm
Those are the first ones that.
I'm
Those,
changing-
those are the best all time, but
Yeah.
but we're looking at right now, and I mean we got young guys obviously that are like tearing it up right now. So
I think
mean,
if you were to change up the,
currently
Patrick
it has
Kane's
to
still
be
tearing it
Austin
up, but-
Matthews.
has to be Matthews. I
Because
think
who
it-
else even comes close right now?
You could
Like,
also make the
Johnny
point.
Hackey,
Robertson,
like, no.
Robertson's closest.
Robertson's right there with him.
He's still up and coming though. I don't think he's even hit his prime yet.
Yeah, I agree with you. And Robertson's
Yeah.
scoring at a way better pace this year than Austin Matthews
Yeah,
is.
totally.
So I mean, Austin Matthews is regressing a little bit.
So I
from
think
last year.
if we change this question to who's the best looking current American player, Phil Kessel wins that. That dude should be on GQ. Oh my gosh.
I don't think
100%.
Austin Matthews is regressing. I think that it is near impossible to put up 2 straight seasons like that. I don't think he's
Wayne
regressing.
Gretzky, like,
or Alex Ovechkin.
yeah.
Or Connor McDavid.
True. Oh my God,
Very
McDavid.
true.
Oh my gosh, Jonathan Quick, American born. Yeah, it's going out of style.
Aging in net.
So, but none of us have talked about Matty Tkachuk yet, and he's got the most points out of everyone I listed.
He's
He's got-
having a phenomenal season. I mean, I don't know how you don't talk about him. I mean, personally, I think I put him over Austin Matthews right now. Austin Matthews has not been doing as good. I mean, he's been getting a little more hurt. You know, obviously, like Bert said before, he's progressing a little bit. Chuck isn't. He's progressing. I mean, scoring goals, getting points. You know, just on both ends of the ice, just doing his job. I mean, you could also make the point Jack Hughes is up there too, but now with an injury that
Mm-hmm.
you know has got him out for the year.
He's back.
Oh well, he's back, I guess. Apparently, this guy,
No, he's back. I think he came back yesterday.
but yeah,
Um,
no, I mean,
He was on pace for over 50 goals this season. He's got 35 in 52 games, so
That's
He-
crazy.
he has the most goals out of everybody on the list. So Jack Hughes is one to watch, and I think he will be the best player, American-born player. Next season, maybe the season after, but
Over Robertson.
over Robertson, over Matthews, I think Jack Hughes is that guy, dude.
Okay, I like that though.
I'm taking Matthews.
Okay.
I don't.
You
I,
can't
I,
go
I,
wrong
don't- I
with
don't. I don't
any
like.
of these.
I don't like goals as an argument because if that were the case, then Chris Kreider was the second best American-born player last year.
Yeah,
I don't think
yeah.
That's correct.
You know, everyone's a product of their team with goals and stuff like that. So
Yeah, but when you're the best player on your team and you're putting up those numbers like Jack Hughes is, I mean, Austin Matthews is the best player on his team putting up those numbers, but he's got Mitch Marner feeding him.
yeah,
Who's Jack Hughes got? You know? He's
Yeah,
got-
but Austin Matthews is the best player on his team with Mitch Marner. Is Jack Hughes the best player on his team with Mitch Marner?
probably.
Very debatable. That is very debatable.
Definitely,
So it's tough.
Definitely.
One American-born player that we have not talked about that I really want to touch on is Jake Oettinger having a career year. Young goalie for Dallas. I mean, you know, he's obviously, you know, shining right now. Hasn't looked the best the past 10 games, but man, has he been playing lights out.
can we start calling Dallas America's team in hockey too?
Absolutely
not Not at all.
So-
Oettinger is a beast. He's
Yeah.
one of the best tenders in the league right now.
Yeah.
And he's only going to get better. He's young, too. He's crazy.
Ottinger's a good shout. And what about Hellebuck?
Oh.
Ottinger's better than Hellebuck right now.
Yeah, right. It's
See,
just
I
correct.
would agree with you, but I literally just watched Hellebuck not even 10 minutes ago put on a clinic against the Rangers.
Yeah, he
tonight.
actually was.
And-
Dude, he was a brick wall.
I think the Rangers had like 40 shots and he let up 1 goal.
I'm not saying that Hellebuck isn't amazing. Hellebuck is phenomenal. Ottinger is debatably the best goalie in the world right now.
Yeah,
Is
which
what
is
I'm
crazy.
Saying, is
yeah.
what I'm saying.
The Rangers had 51 shots tonight and only scored 1 goal. I'm seething. I'm so mad.
They're point blank too. We were just watching the game there. Clear cut goals that
And-
are just getting denied.
And
it's-
Hellebuck was standing on his head. So I mean,
yeah.
Hellebuck's right there with him.
Yeah.
I mean, He's always in the conversation for the Vezina. Oettinger is going to be in the conversation this year and the next few years.
Next
I mean,
20 years.
yeah. I mean, he's younger too, so.
Yeah.
Well, how old is he? He's like 23, 24, right?
No, he's probably like
He's like
25 at
26,
least,
26,
man.
I think
24.
Damn.
Wow.
24.
Okay.
Jason
Yeah.
Robertson's 23. Woohoo!
Yeah.
America's team, baby. Watch it come up.
And Jack Hughes, young too. I mean, he's
He's not on the Spurs.
21. He's 21.
Oh my gosh, really?
I'm older than him by like a month and a half. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crap.
Yeah.
Crazy. The NHL's getting so young, man. Love to see it though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You have that
Uh,
21-year-old, and then you have that 40-year-old Ovi just putting up the same numbers.
Yeah,
It's
right.
crazy.
Yeah.
Half,
Crazy.
literally half his age.
Yeah.
But Ovi's one of a kind, man. Ovi's
Yeah. He's different.
closing in on that Gretzky record.
That's crazy.
So me and Robbie actually had this debate last night. Say Ovi were to break Gretzky's goal record, would he get the same type of celebration that LeBron did for beating Kareem's?
He should, because
he won't.
actually breaking Wayne Gretzky's record is way more impressive than breaking the
His
Kareem
goals
Abdul-Jabbar
record,
record.
not his.
Yeah, not points,
Yes,
just
yes,
the goals.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not going to, because it's the NHL compared to the NBA, but it is a much bigger accomplishment.
But
It
we
is
were
much
saying-
more difficult to do.
Would
Yes.
they stop the entire game and do that though?
Right, like
No way.
roll
No,
out the carpet,
they-
bring the cameras out.
way.
I don't
No,
think they're
the
doing
captain,
that.
the captain of his team, so him, will go to the back of the net, pick up the puck, throw it to a trainer, and sit back on the
Yeah,
bench.
it's exactly. I mean, so
It also doesn't have to be so cinematic like that, dude.
Yeah.
Like that was
That was more the
OD.
point
That
you
was
were
Right,
saying.
insane.
That's more
That's
what
the
we're
point.
talking
Insane.
about.
That record is a much better record to break. Not better, because it's the same thing for different
Yeah,
sports.
exactly.
It is a much more difficult record to break. Like if you look at Gretzky's numbers, they're actually so insane. They're
They're so
they're
far
like Wilt
ahead.
Chamberlain numbers, but for like
Modern day,
like
yeah.
ever. like absolutely insane. That is a much harder to do than the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar one, but I doubt they'll have anything close
Yeah.
to the LeBron one.
So say like just for example, hypothetical, Connor McDavid breaks Gretzky's points record. Definitely will never happen. Do you think he should get something like LeBron did? Stop the game in the
no,
middle of
no
it?
one should ever get something like LeBron.
That's
did.
exactly
I
the
agree.
point we were saying last
insane.
night. That was
no,
ridiculous.
no
That was insane.
individual record should be more important than the game, but I mean, obviously it is.
Celebrate in between quarters. Celebrate after the game.
That's-
Why are you're stopping the middle of the game? That's
Right, like
crazy.
what was it? The middle of the fourth quarter.
Third.
They were
It was
losing.
in the third.
And they were losing.
They were losing.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
Just to have them come out and him give a speech. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
That would never happen in
No.
hockey. Never happen in football. Maybe baseball. Probably baseball would happen.
Baseball's a
but-
much slower like pace sport.
Exactly.
Baseball's like a classic sport. Like that fits baseball.
Yeah.
Right.
That doesn't fit NBA. That was like NBA's just trying to do too much.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, we'll get to that in our next couple
Oh, I
podcasts.
forgot we're still in NHL.
But that's all I got today.
Thanks for watching.
Oh, and check out our new merch coming soon.
New merch
Oh,
coming
yeah.
soon.
Oh, yeah.
Keep it posted.
Thanks, guys.